Which brand of playmat is best for your Magic the Gathering and other trading card games? Many different companies make many different mats, some in very different styles and of very different materials. Before we can begin to discuss who makes a good playmat, first let's look at why you even use a playmat. A lot of players make the mistake of thinking that a playmat is a luxury accessory. They look cool, can have artwork that the player likes, and possibly help define your game space on the table. But these are merely perks to the real reason we use a playmat, which is to keep our cards clean. This is the criteria you should be using above all else. Not whether or not it has awesome art on it, but instead whether or not it achieves the overall goal of protecting your investment. Most surfaces are dirty. Maybe you keep your kitchen table particularly clean, but chances are the tabletop at your local games store isn't as clean as you think it is. Here's why playmats are so great. You can't wash your sleeves, but you can wash your playmat. Most playmats are machine washable, thus you can wash them based upon use, keeping them as clean as possible. I really want to emphasize this point. The purpose of a playmat is to have a guaranteed clean surface. If you own a playmat and you let it get dirty or never clean it or replace it, then you might as well not be using one. Let's start with that titan of the accessory industry, UltraPro. UltraPro manufactures the vast majority of playmats, and I'd be willing to bet that if you already own a playmat, then it was manufactured by UltraPro. UltraPro playmats actually have a pretty long life. Made of a fairly durable, rubbery plastic, a properly cared for UltraPro playmat can last for years. They are machine washable and have a really pleasing surface feel. And although it shouldn't matter, I know it does, so I'll add that they have an amazingly large selection of images, including official Magic the Gathering artwork. Important fact, be careful how you fold your playmat. This is true for any of the rubbery plastic-based playmats, but I have found this especially true for UltraPro. Roll your playmat, do not fold it. Folding it can cause wear and tears in the mat, and this is one of the surest ways to shorten the lifespan of your mat. Roll your mats, don't fold them. If you really care about your mat, you can spend a few extra dollars and buy a protective playmat tube. These hard plastic tubes ensure your playmat stays rolled and stays clean while in transport. I know we are getting into a silly territory here of worrying about protecting the plastic that protects the plastic that protects our cardboard, but if your playmat has sentimental value to you, such as a game day or GP mat, then maybe you want to spend that extra dollar or two to keep it in great condition. Both Monster and UltraPro make tubes, with UltraPro's being a perfect cylinder in contrast to the triangular Monster tube. Both are fine and about the same price. I personally like the Monster tubes better because they won't roll off my table. Dragon Shield, makers of premium Magic the Gathering sleeves, in my opinion some of the best sleeves on the market, makes one of the worst playmats I have ever seen. The playmat often comes crumpled right out of the packaging. These folds can be smoothed down with a light ironing, but why do I have to iron my brand new playmat just to get it flat? The size is also awkward. At 60 centimeters by 40 centimeters, you might feel that you have a little too big of a playmat. They have no variety beyond basic colors with dull, uninspired artwork. The only advantage is the price, as Dragon Shield mats usually cost about half the price of UltraPro's. I would never recommend these and give them a solid D for disappointment. A nice alternative to the rubbery plastic mats are the microfiber cloth mats offered by Kalsa Brains. Kalsa Brains was one of the first manufacturers of playmats, and according to them, they more or less invented them. So you're doing business with a company that has a lot of history in the area of mats. Kalsa Brains specializes in double mats, large enough for 2 players to use. Their mats are made from a fabulous cloth microfiber, which is fuzzy to the touch. This style is unique to the company, offering a special feel that might not be for everyone. One problem with Kalsa Brains mats is that the cloth backing can slide on some surfaces. When I play on my kitchen table with mine, it slides around quite a lot, which is very annoying. Price is an issue as well, as Kalsa Brains mats are very expensive, but they are using top quality materials. Unlike the rubbery plastic mats, these can be folded up without damaging the mat. Finally, I'd like to look at InkedPlaymats.com, one of the more popular custom playmat companies. InkedPlaymats.com allows you to get a custom mat featuring any artwork you send them. Many artists offer their designs for you to use on the website, and players can also contact Magic artists for digital copies of their art so that they can get mats that feature their favorite card art. The price is about the same as an Ultra Pro mat, and delivered to your door. How is quality? I would rate these as on par with Ultra Pro. Also made of rubbery plastic, I urge you to roll these mats and not fold them. Selecting card accessories is always going to be a matter of personal need and taste. What works for some might not work for others. I hope this comparison has aided you in making that determination. And remember, help support your Magic community. Buy your playmats and cards at your local game store whenever possible.